Hey there, homeschool friends. This is Carrie with Any Day Blessings, and on this channel, it's all things homeschool, whether it be organization, planning, curriculum flip-throughs and reviews, day in the life lesson how-tos. I put it all here on this channel. I do have some other content about thankful living and other things related to what the Lord is teaching us on my blog and Facebook and Instagram. So if you would like to check out that content, those things are over there as well, in addition to written homeschool reviews. So I put all of it together there on the blog. But here on this channel, it's all homeschool things. So I'm in kind of a weird spot. I'll explain to you while I'm at, but we do homeschool all over our house. In the nooks and crannies, we don't have a dedicated room. So I did do a homeschool walkthrough of how we use our space. I will leave that down in the description below, and you can go check that out if you missed it. But I'm here in kind of the walkway area between kitchen, dining room, and directly in front of me is the living room. So this is where kind of Home Central is. This is kind of the command center of our homeschool, as it were. And I'm just going to walk you through how we just use the side of our refrigerator to kind of serve as an organization point for our homeschool. So I will go over everything kind of at once with me standing here, and then I'll try and bring the camera in and zoom in a little so you can see what's what, to see what's here. I do apologize for the lighting. We have a breaker out over here because my husband's doing a little home renovation project. So that bank of lights is down, and we're about to get a storm. So hopefully you can see me all right and the lighting isn't too bad. But if I stand directly in front of the fridge, look at that. It's a lot darker there. So I picked the most lighted spot I could to stand in. So hopefully you can see me okay. All right, so like I said, this is the side of our refrigerator, and my kitchen's over here, dining room's straight ahead, and I picked this up at Target. This is a magnetic caddy, and it has in it, it's a very strong magnet, it has in it our dry erase markers. These actually have a magnet on them, so I do keep one actually on the fridge so that my kids can do their little check-offs and things like that. These are going to be my daughter's phonics flashcards that we're going through. We play a game called Splash with them. She loves that. Back here are our missionary cards, and I change those out here as we pray for a different missionary. And then this is her reading bookmark that we will use to help her learn to go left to right. So that just sits up here because oftentimes we play the Splash phonics flashcard game right in the living room straight ahead. So I keep that up there so we can reach that easily. If you watched my phonics box little walkthrough of all the things that are in our phonics hands-on activities, those were in there, and then once I picked this up at the Target dollar spot, I decided to move those out because we do use them every day, so it just made sense to have them out and easily accessible. All right, here is our summer checklist. When school starts, this will be replaced by that all-in-one checklist. I did a walkthrough video, I'll put that below, of how I made that checklist, but basically it's just a weekly list of all the different things that we do, and we can just go through and write or check off on with a dry erase marker, because I have this in the plastic sleeve. And these are just magnets. I got these at Target. They're chip clips, but they also have a magnet on the back, so I can put those on there. I also have a different style from Dollar Tree, but this magnet, oh here, I can do this one. This magnet is really strong, but you can get like 4 of these, I think, in a pack at Dollar Tree, and it will hold up. I mean, the Dollar Tree ones, I actually put the heaviest things on those, believe it or not, because they actually hold up better than the I think they're KitchenAid clips from Target. So this is a dollar store clip that is holding the heaviest thing on the fridge. So here is where the schedule goes. So when, like I said, the school year starts, we'll put his checklist in there. The summer rules is up front now. And then down here, I made a schedule for my daughter. Now these are from Confessions of a Home, no, these are not from Confessions of a Homeschooler. I don't remember where these are from. I'll try and find out where these are from and link it below in the description. But these are just different subjects that we do during the day. I have a whole pile of them that we will use in the years to come. But for kindergarten, all I want to do for my daughter is a calendar time, reading lesson, and math. If that's all we get done in her kindergarten day, we're good to go. Now, she does have the option to join us in morning basket time. I'm going to encourage her to do so. And I picked out a handwriting option and a science option for her to follow along with us in that time. And she might like to do the music activities with us and all of that. But all of that's just going to kind of be not so big of a deal. If there's days where it's just not happening, then she'll be excused so that I can work with my son. But I do hope, and I do expect that she probably will want to do that together time with us. And so I actually picked out options that I showed you when I went through our morning basket. I'll leave that link below as well. But I did pick out options for her to have something during that time. But as far as like her kindergarten time, this is the schedule that we will follow for her, and these are laminated so she can even put a check mark on here if she wants to check off that she did that for the day, so that she feels like, you know, she has what Big Brother has. Of course, you know, that has to be, you know, equal. Everybody has to have their own little thing. So this is what I will follow for her in the way of a schedule, and I put it up here so she knows what is next. And then down here I just have the 100 days of school countdown, the 100th day countdown for my daughter to follow. There's a little square where she'll put a little sticker in each square and count down to day 100. All right, then in here in the middle, I always have some day that we're looking forward to. Christmas Day, somebody's birthday, the last day of school, you know, some big trip. And right now it's our countdown to Disney, and who knows when that's going to happen. I did remove the numbers. We use these numbers, so they'll just like come down here, say, okay, it's 51 days to Disney, and we just have a little countdown that we do, and the kids take turns, whose turn it is to change the numbers each day. So we're hoping to go to Disney this year. Of course, our trip has been changed a couple times with the whole coronavirus situation, and Florida's going through a real situation right now. We'll just leave it at that. But so we don't know when that's going to happen, but we do have our countdown to Disney up here, and hopefully we can put some numbers up there soon. This is a verse from God's Word that my son is memorizing, so he put it up there and kind of decorated it a little bit. I already told you this is our missionaries that we're praying for, and we have ones to switch out. We will do that probably every Monday. I like to kind of have like alliteration when I do special days, so we'll do Missions Monday, Math Monday when we do math games. You know, I like to have like special days like that, and so I try to give it a catchy name like that. So it'll probably be on Mondays, and we'll have Missions Monday. Probably what we'll do there is look up their most recent prayer letter that we get in the email, look up where they are in the country, or not in the country, in the world, and find out something that is fun that they like to eat there, or a sport that's really popular there, something about the country, and then we'll spend some time in prayer for that missionary. What else do I have here? Okay, moving over here, these are little magnets that have special holidays, special occasions. I got this at Target's Dollar Spot last year, so it probably won't make its way back for this year. I didn't see it there this year, but it looks just like this, but it's a calendar, and so your child writes in the date and the month, and then you kind of put these special days in where they fall on the calendar. That's actually upstairs in a bin because my son really wanted to use his Hot Wheel calendar this year, but it really works out well if I just have just that month's page. The magnet does reach through, and we can still use the little magnets. And so each month, as you can see, this month we don't have any birthdays. We don't have any sports activities because, you know, COVID. Although we could have put, we have Independence Day. We can put that there even though Independence Day is over. We could have put that one up there, but my son likes to go through and do that. On the little ring here, which again, Dollar Tree has these in a pack for like $1 for like 10 of them. And they're super handy for like flashcards and stuff like that, and you can hang them on your fridge so that, you know, your kids actually see them and remember to go through them. These were actually from his old cursive book from last year, and this shows the dot to dot how to print cursive, and I love it, and it worked out really great for him. And I didn't really have to work so much on the strokes because he just followed the numbered dots. And I looked at his new book for this year, which is the second book in this series. It's EXL cursive handbooks or cursive workbooks. It's from Amazon. The second book in the series doesn't have the dot-to-dot letters, so I figured he might need a little refresher on how to form the letters. So I cut these out of his old book, put them on a ring, and then when he does handwriting, we'll just grab this off so he remembers the perfect stroke order for forming the letters. So that's up here. I have our Fruit of the Spirit poster. My kids actually both voted to have that up here. They wanted that there as a reminder of what the fruits of the Spirit are. They wanted to memorize them, and they actually do kind of refer to it throughout the day sometimes about how certain behavior was or was not like the fruit of the Spirit. So that's kind of a neat little blessing. And then down here is a little weatherboard. This was kind of a convenience purchase for me because I actually have little laminated things with Velcro and stuff to make a weather center, but I just wasn't into doing all of that this year. So this was already put together. It was $3 or $5 at Target. I think it might have been maybe $3 or $5 at Target, the Target dollar spot. So this was somewhat of an impulse buy for me, or a convenience buy for me, but it comes with these little magnets, and you can put where the weather is here, what you see outside, and then this is more of a feeling, like how the weather feels. And then this is the season, the month, the date, which they gave you a marker to write in the date here, and then the day of the week that it is. So that will go here on our board, and then right next to it, I don't know if you can see or if this is off screen. Oh, you can see. This is, these are the other days of the week, and actually it is Sunday, so we didn't change it today. But that is down there as well. So that is the overall tour-ish thing, I guess. It's not really a tour, but just the overall walkthrough of this. Now, how are we going to use it? When are we going to use this, or what is this here for? What purpose does this serve? Well, again, this right here is really the main purpose that it serves, providing schedule, and I can just say, okay, when they want to be done with school, I say, okay, well, check your list. Are you done? Have you done all the things on the list? That's really, really helpful. It takes the, off of me, and it just says, well, there's this list that we follow, and, we made this list together, and you need to do what's on it. So that helps. This section here helps. We typically do these things either right before lunch or right after lunch, because everyone's kind of milling around the kitchen either while I'm making lunch or after lunch. Everyone's still kind of in the main area, the dining area here. So we'll get out the verse that he's memorizing, and we'll talk about our missionaries around that time. This here, he will probably do handwriting in the living room, or he might come over here to the kitchen island and do it. So this is just readily accessible depending on whichever area he wants to use this in. When my son wakes up in the morning, he's always wanting to run in here and change our countdown for Disney, or whatever thing we're doing. So he will just usually do that on his own. This down here with my daughter, we will probably do this when we come over here and do calendar time. We will probably do the weather as well. So I will let her change the day of the week. We will change the date together. We'll talk about the weather and what she would wear, or what kinds of things she could do outside, that kind of talk. And then we'll talk about the calendar itself, and we'll talk about the days of the week and months of the year and seasons and things like that. So we'll do all of that when we start her dedicated kindergarten time, which will probably be when my son is doing some of his distance learning videos with BJU Press. But this right here is all I really hope to do for kindergarten in a day. Everything else will be icing on the cake and bonus. Now, I am going to make a video coming up next. Sorry, chitter, chatter, and slamming of doors. I am going to make a video coming up next about kind of some backup, enrichment, extra stuff that I hope to do with my daughter. These are things I hope to do most days, but things that I can easily let go and just not sweat the small stuff if these things don't get done. So I decided that I probably needed to have more than this planned for her, because I was probably going to need to create some more time with just her in order for me to have some time with just my son. So you kind of have to fill up their little attention tanks in order for them to go off on their own and play so you can work with your bigger kid. So I kind of have some backup things, enrichment type things that I'm going to do with her, and that's going to happen down in our basement because I figure there's probably going to be some times when my son will hear what we're doing, be a little distracted by that, and want to join in and do what we're doing and not want to do his own work. So I've created just a very small area in our playroom downstairs that I'm just going to have a special little time with my daughter prepared, that if we get to it, we get to it. I hope we do most days of the week, but if we don't, that's all right. This is really my goal for kindergarten. Calendar time, math, and reading. That's it. So I hope this was helpful. I think I told you everywhere I got this stuff. Sounds like my husband is home, so I'm going to wrap this up and I will catch you in the next video.